Time now to take a look at your forecast now. To do that, joining us once again in the Stream Center is Marcelo. Hey.
All right, guys. Well, the rest of the week, we are going to continue to see those warm temperatures. However, the high pressure system that was causing these very dry conditions has shifted, has moved a little bit to the east, and it will allow for a weak cold front to stall to our north, and that may mean a few rain chances for the valley this weekend. But again, don't get too excited because it's not going to be a lot. First, let's take a look at those temperatures right now. The average high for today should be 87, but again, it's another warm and dry day. 95 for the city of McAllen, as well as La Jolla. 92 for the city of Harlingen, so we actually increased a few degrees over the last hour. And that is because we still have the presence of some of those dry conditions in the area. Now, you constantly hear us saying and talking about wearing light color clothing during hot days, but here's a little explanation of why. And this is the albedo effect. When you wear, let's just say, a white shirt, 100% of that shirt is actually getting that sunlight, but it's also being reflected up to an 80%. And that means that the heat is actually escaping back to the space. But if you wear a black shirt, only 10% of that heat goes back to space. And that actually makes you feel hotter, or as someone from Arizona told me one day, they felt like they were being roasted like a chicken. So you don't want to do that. You want to wear light colors in these very, very hot days. So make a note on that. Also, your behavior and high temperatures can cause wildfires, and this is a very good way to prevent them. You need to properly dispose of cigarettes. Keep them in your car. Also, avoid flames and sparks. Secure those trailer chains to avoid them having contact with the road, and also report fire or smoke. Now, taking a look at futurecast, we are going to see a few showers because that high pressure system moved east, and it allows for some moisture from the Gulf move over to the valley. But then to our north, yes, we're going to have that cold front system that is going to move a little closer to the valley, but most of that moisture and that rain activity and those storms will remain north of our region, especially to areas like Houston, Corpus Christi, and even North Texas. So if you're planning on traveling to the north regions of the state, you might want to plan accordingly, because there is also the chance for some severe weather up there, especially on this weekend. So remember that in terms of temperatures, we're going to still see those warm temperatures stay around for a little longer, even though we're going to see some of the effects of that cold front. So now looking at the 7-day forecast, just like I said, we do have a few slight chances of rain for Saturday and Sunday, only between 10 and 20%. And again, the cold front in terms of temperatures is not going to have a major impact. In fact, it's going to be minimal. Temperatures will remain in those 94 for Saturday, 95 for Sunday, and it's not going to be until next week, mid next week, where we're going to start seeing those temperatures drop to those more typical temperatures for the season.
All right. Thank you so much, Marcelo. We'll check in with you again in just a little bit.